Everybody has experienced irritation from others at some point in their lives. When someone oversteps, makes loud noises, or acts inappropriately, it's normal to become agitated. It's also common to detest or even hate certain people that you find unpleasant. If, on the other hand, your rage grows beyond the handful of people who could have offended you, you could start to hate all people for small grievances. Your life may suffer as a result of your resentment against other people, especially in situations where you interact with them on a regular basis. If you look closely, though, your annoyances might reveal some deeper interior worries unrelated to others. Do you really hate people, or is there something else on your mind? For those who are wondering why you detest humans so much, the following explanations might be useful. First, you require more time alone. You probably already know which personality type you are when it comes to extroversion and introversion, especially if you follow our channel. We've covered both extensively. While introverts choose to spend more time alone, extroverts are more social and outgoing. The quality of introverts' interactions is sometimes compromised since they often find it difficult to engage with others. Those who are shy and find it hard to open out to people could feel uncomfortable in social situations. Instead of being considerate, introverts may view those who make an effort to get to know them better as overbearing and intrusive. Introverts may experience anxiety as a result of this phenomena, and as their internal defenses rise, they could get angry or agitated. If this is you, your distaste could stem from feelings of unease. Even if you enjoy pushing yourself occasionally and have a close-knit support system, you might need more time alone to unwind after social occasions than other people. If you are socially weary, you are more likely to get angry with individuals. Consider spending some alone time to distress and decompress before going back to socializing, rather than feeling compelled to do so. Your disdain for other people can just be a sign that you need some distance. Secondly, you have to learn how to agree to disagree. It is not conceivable for every individual on the earth to hold the same viewpoints, attitudes, and convictions. When you have completely different experiences, backgrounds, and fundamental views from someone else, it could be challenging to understand them from their point of view. People think and feel differently as a result of these varied situations, which leads to strong convictions and even bigger disputes. Talking with those who disagree with you can result in fruitful discussions and personal growth, but if the argument gets too intense, people on both sides may walk away feeling disgusted or hostile. This kind of communication is ineffective and dangerous for all parties. You most likely constantly see things like these on social media. When someone shares their opinions in public, it's temporary until another person, a friend, acquaintance, or even total stranger, voices a different opinion. After then, the dispute moves on to harassing, blocking, or banning. Certain online trolls deliberately provoke others with the aim of provoking conflict. These exchanges have the potential to aggravate you. Maybe you want to lash out. When someone questions your views, it's normal to feel hurt or angry, but this is unhealthy. It's possible to change your mindset without turning antagonistic. If two people's shared goals are education and knowledge gathering rather than persuasion, they can agree to disagree, remain friends, and even carry on with the discussion. This perspective will help you to be more hospitable. Even if you won't always agree with people, disagreements will upset you less. Rather than seeing disagreement as an insurmountable obstacle, you could decide to accept and value the opinions of others, regardless of how different they are from your own. Someone's dislike of you is not justified just because you disagree with them. Number 3. You are resentful and have trouble forgiving. Forgiving an online stranger who doesn't share your taste in music or fashion may be easy, but forgiving someone who has hurt you more directly is far harder. It is easy to think you hate someone when they say or do something horrible or deliberately ruin your life. The only person you hurt when you harbor your anger is yourself, even if your feelings are genuine and possibly even justified. Your life, relationships, and happiness may be negatively impacted by your hatred long after the initial offense has taken place. Time to move on, please. You have to learn to let go of your hurt and resentment toward people, especially the ones who have seriously hurt you. You'll feel better emotionally if you practice forgiveness because it reduces distress and negative feelings. Number 4. Modify your lifestyle. If you despise other people, it can stem from your lifestyle. A person's employment is often the main source of negative emotions, including tension, annoyance, and anxiety. Working, or communicating, with others is typically the most challenging part of the most challenging employment. In restaurants, law offices, sales, and customer service, conflict and tension are ubiquitous. Even though these jobs offer a lot of amazing experiences, including getting to know new people and having interesting talks, there may be days when the negative interactions seem to outweigh the positive ones. You might not hate people if your job requires you to deal with them constantly. You might just be with them too much. It's simple to come to the conclusion that everyone is bad when you're forced to cope with unpleasant social interactions on a daily basis. Keep in mind that not everyone sees things the way you do, and there are a number of choices that require less social interaction. If your employment causes you great suffering or hateful feelings, you might need to take a break from it, whether you deal with people in person or over the phone. Think about how you may alter your lifestyle to better suit your emotional and social needs. Number 5. You need to set and uphold limits. Everyone wants their boundaries to be respected, but social tension is greatly increased when boundaries are crossed. Do you set limits with people, or do you just let them know how you feel and move on? There are differences among us when it comes to the needs for time, emotional connections, and physical touch. For example, although some people insist on not being touched when saying hello or goodbye, others find it offensive. Communicating our demands is therefore essential. Some people could think that others require too much of their time or attention, whether in their personal or professional lives. In this case, people need to be unambiguous in their communication when the other person exceeds a barrier, set boundaries, and state their needs. Saying no and standing up for yourself could be hard for you. In actuality, a lot of people believe that rejection would cause dissatisfaction or conflict in their relationships. And while a serious conversation might be necessary, the partnership will only gain from clear expectations and boundaries. Your stress and animosity toward other people will decrease if you make sure they understand your limitations by clearly stating what you expect from them. 6. You've been taught to hate. Hatred is a teachable emotion. Parents and other influential figures frequently instill hatred in their kids from an early age. Those feelings are even able to transcend generations. Think about the person you despise and why. Have you ever heard someone disparage a certain individual or group of individuals? If so, you might be making assumptions about others that aren't accurate when making judgments about them. You will not be able to experience a more complete and loving reality if you have preconceived notions about someone's identity and the reasons behind your disdain for them. Acquired hatred will make you feel more misunderstanding and less connected, isolating you from other people's cultures and experiences. One can acquire the ability to love and accept others for who they are, regardless of their appearance or mentality, even if they were brought up with unfavorable opinions. Number 7. You feel envious or jealous. When desire gets ugly, you could start to hate other people only for having something that you don't. Regardless of whether you lust for their opulent lifestyles, enormous bank accounts, amazing social lives, or seemingly ideal happy families, your envy will smolder like an open wound. Focus on your own needs rather than what other people have and what you don't. You can focus more on your own life when you stop wasting time caring about other people's lives. Shift your mindset from being envious of someone who has something you don't to, I want to and will accomplish this by following this plan. This goal-oriented way of thinking emphasizes your possessions over your shortcomings. Envy could help you recognize your objectives, but it won't help you reach them. It may be a sign that you need to set financial goals if you are always thinking about how other people are wealthier than you. Will you work more hours, apply for a promotion, take part in a training course, switch jobs, or perhaps launch your own company? Setting some fitness and health goals may be necessary if you're worried about how other individuals seem to be in better shape than you. Will you start lifting weights, cut down junk food, and adopt other healthy habits? Hatred based on jealousy is invariably a sign of sadness. Rather than hurling your negative emotions onto the world, direct your attention toward defining and accomplishing your objectives. Living an angry, hateful, and contemptuous life toward other people usually reflects an internal battle with oneself. Emotions of happiness can be hard to come by due to this disdain for people, and it will affect your body and mind. Your personal life, career, and relationships may all suffer if you have strong, persistent hatred. Regardless of how it affects your life, if you keep thinking negatively about other people, you will unconsciously reinforce the belief that people are generally unpleasant. You'll be motivated by confirmation bias to look for proof that this theory is true, and as a result, your beliefs will get stronger over time. In the same way, you will unconsciously support the idea that people are inherently good if you shift your viewpoint to that belief. If you could, would you prefer to live in a world where people are good or bad? Luckily, you are able to choose. For a better and healthier existence, concentrate on lessening these common causes of hatred. Please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends about it if you liked it so we can continue to make more. Click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell for more videos just like this one. Don't forget to watch our other videos as well. Thank you for viewing.